In the bustling city of Aurora Heights, life moved at a frenetic pace. The skyline was dotted with towering skyscrapers, each trying to outshine the other. Amid the concrete jungle, a small, quaint bookstore named Ethereal Tales stood as a sanctuary for dreamers and romantics. It was here that our story begins. Clara Bennett was the heart and soul of Ethereal Tales. With her chestnut hair often tied in a loose bun and her glasses perched on the bridge of her nose, she exuded a warmth that made everyone feel at home. Clara had inherited the bookstore from her grandmother and had spent countless hours amidst its shelves, finding solace in the stories that lined them. One crisp autumn evening, as the golden leaves swirled outside, Clara was arranging a new display of classic love stories. Her thoughts were interrupted by the tinkling of the bell above the door. She looked up to see a man in his early 30s, dressed in a tailored suit, stepping inside. He had an air of sophistication and a hint of melancholy in his eyes. "Welcome to Ethereal Tales," Clara greeted him with a smile. "Can I help you find something specific?" The man hesitated for a moment before responding. "I'm looking for a book on, well, love. Something timeless and profound." Clara's eyes lit up. "You've come to the right place. Follow me." She led him to a corner of the store where the romance novels were displayed. "What's your name?" "Lucas," he replied. "Lucas Sinclair." "Nice to meet you, Lucas. I'm Clara." She handed him a copy of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. "This is a classic. It explores the complexities of love and relationships beautifully." Lucas took the book, but his gaze lingered on Clara. "Do you have a favorite?" Clara blushed slightly. "There are so many, but if I had to choose, it would be The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. It's a love story wrapped in magic and mystery." Lucas smiled for the first time since entering the store. "I'll take them both." Over the next few weeks, Lucas became a regular visitor at Ethereal Tales. Each visit was an opportunity for Clara and Lucas to exchange thoughts on love, literature, and life. Their conversations grew longer, and their connection deepened. Lucas shared that he was a concert pianist, disillusioned with the superficiality of his career, seeking something more meaningful. One evening, as they sat in the cozy reading nook of the bookstore, Lucas confided in Clara. "I've been struggling with my music, Clara. It feels empty, like I'm playing for applause rather than for the love of it." Clara reached out and touched his hand. "Maybe you need to rediscover why you fell in love with music in the first place. Play for yourself, not for others." Her words resonated with Lucas. That night, he went home and poured his heart into his piano. The music that flowed from his fingers was raw and emotional, a reflection of his soul. Meanwhile, Clara found herself falling for Lucas. His passion, vulnerability, and kindness drew her in. But she was afraid to admit her feelings, fearing it might change the beautiful connection they had. As winter approached, Aurora Heights transformed into a snowy wonderland. The bookstore was adorned with twinkling lights, and the air was filled with the scent of pine and cinnamon. Lucas invited Clara to his apartment one evening to show her something special. When Clara arrived, she was greeted by the soft strains of a piano. Lucas was seated at the grand piano in his living room, the dim light casting a warm glow around him. "I wrote a piece," he said, his eyes meeting hers. "It's called A Symphony of Stars. It's about finding light in the darkness, inspired by you." Clara's heart swelled with emotion as she listened to the hauntingly beautiful melody. The music spoke of longing, hope, and love. As the last note lingered in the air, Lucas stood and walked towards her. "Clara, you've changed my life. You've given me a reason to play again, to feel again. I love you." Tears welled up in Clara's eyes. "Lucas, I love you too. You've brought magic into my life, and I can't imagine it without you." Their confession was followed by a tender kiss, sealing their love under the canopy of stars visible through the window. That night marked the beginning of a new chapter in their lives, one filled with love, music, and shared dreams. As the months passed, Lucas's career took a new direction. He began composing music for independent films, capturing the raw emotions he had rediscovered. Clara continued to run Ethereal Tales, her love for Lucas inspiring her to host poetry readings and musical evenings at the bookstore. One summer evening, Clara and Lucas decided to take a spontaneous trip to the countryside. They packed a picnic and drove to a secluded meadow, surrounded by wildflowers and the gentle hum of nature. As the sun set, casting a golden hue over the landscape, Lucas took Clara's hand. "I have something for you," he said, reaching into his pocket and pulling out a small velvet box. He opened it to reveal a delicate ring adorned with a single sparkling diamond. "Clara, will you marry me?" Overwhelmed with joy, Clara nodded, tears streaming down her face. "Yes, Lucas, yes!" Their wedding was a simple, intimate affair held in the meadow where Lucas had proposed. Surrounded by close friends and family, they exchanged vows under a canopy of flowers, pledging to support and cherish each other for the rest of their lives. As they danced under the stars to the melody of A Symphony of Stars, played by a string quartet, Clara and Lucas knew they had found something truly extraordinary. Their love was a testament to the power of connection, creativity, and the belief that even in a bustling city, two souls could find each other and create a world of their own. Years passed, and Ethereal Tales became a beloved landmark in Aurora Heights. Clara and Lucas continued to inspire each other, their love growing deeper with each passing day. They welcomed a daughter, Lily, who inherited their love for stories and music. Lily grew up in the bookstore, surrounded by the magic her parents had created. One evening, as the family sat together in the reading nook, Lily asked, "Mom, Dad, can you tell me the story of how you met again?" Clara and Lucas exchanged a smile. "Of course, darling," Clara said, pulling Lily onto her lap. "It all started with a man who walked into a bookstore looking for a book on love." And so, the story of Clara and Lucas was passed down through generations, a beautiful reminder that love, much like a symphony of stars, could light up the darkest of nights and create a melody that would resonate forever. Clara and Lucas's story didn't end with their wedding or the birth of their daughter. Their journey was filled with moments of joy, challenges, and growth that further deepened their bond. They learned that love wasn't just about grand gestures, but also about the small, everyday moments that made life beautiful. Lucas continued to compose music, his passion ignited by Clara's unwavering support. His compositions gained recognition and were featured in several award-winning films. Clara's bookstore flourished, becoming a haven for artists, writers, and dreamers. The couple hosted numerous events, bringing the community together through the love of art and literature. One autumn afternoon, as they were preparing for a poetry reading, Clara received a letter from a renowned literary festival inviting her to speak about the importance of independent bookstores. It was an incredible opportunity, and Lucas encouraged her to accept. The festival was held in Paris, a city Clara had always dreamed of visiting. Lucas arranged for them to extend their trip into a romantic getaway, planning to surprise her with tickets to a concert at the famed Opera Garnier. In Paris, Clara's speech was a resounding success. She spoke passionately about the role of bookstores in fostering creativity and connection. The audience was captivated, and Clara felt a sense of accomplishment and pride. After her speech, Lucas took Clara to a quaint cafe near the Seine. As they enjoyed their coffee, Lucas handed her an envelope. "Open it," he said, his eyes twinkling with excitement. Clara opened the envelope to find the concert tickets. "Lucas, this is amazing. I've always wanted to see a performance at the Opera Garnier." That evening, they dressed in their finest attire and attended the concert. The music was mesmerizing, and as they sat in the opulent theater, Clara felt a deep sense of gratitude for the life they had built together. Back in Aurora Heights, life continued its harmonious rhythm. Clara and Lucas remained dedicated to their passions, always finding new ways to inspire each other. They never stopped exploring the world, embarking on adventures that enriched their lives and strengthened their bond. Their love story was a beacon of hope and inspiration to those around them. Friends and acquaintances often sought their advice on relationships in life. Clara and Lucas always emphasized the importance of communication, trust, and the willingness to grow together. As they celebrated their 10th wedding anniversary, Lucas surprised Clara with another heartfelt gift. He had composed a new piece of music, simply titled Clara. It was a reflection of their journey, capturing the highs and lows, the joys and sorrows they had shared. They held a special concert at the bookstore, inviting friends, family, and the community to join them in celebrating their love. As Lucas played Clara, the room was filled with emotion, and there wasn't a dry eye in the audience. Clara watched her husband, her heart swelling with love and pride. She knew that their story was far from over. They had built a life filled with love, creativity, and purpose, and there were many more chapters yet to be written. In the years that followed, Clara and Lucas continued to support and uplift each other. They faced challenges with resilience and embraced every moment with gratitude. Their love was a testament to the power of connection, creativity, and the belief that true love could transcend time and space. As they grew older, they took comfort in knowing that their love story would live on through their daughter Lily, and through the countless lives they had touched. Ethereal Tales remained a cherished landmark, a symbol of the magic that could be found in the pages of a book, and the hearts of those who believed in the extraordinary. Clara and Lucas's love story was a symphony of stars, a melody that resonated through the ages, reminding everyone that love in all its forms was the greatest adventure of all.